Studio time check is 4:02 p.m. and you're welcome back. This is still your favorite show, Vibes and Insha Allah, and I'm your host, Hadassah Ajayi. Before we went out on that music break, I told you that we're going to be having a guest on the show right here. And except you've been living under a rock, then you definitely know everything that's been going on in the country, in Nigeria. You know, especially with the embattled Chrisland school and the 10-year-old child. And there's a whole lot going on in the entire situation, you know. So I said, you know what would be good? Let us have an expert here on the show to talk about child sexual abuse, sexual education, everything you need to know, especially for young people who have kids, who are planning to have kids anytime soon. I, for one, have a baby sister who is just 10 years old and is going to be 11 by September. And trust me, this is as much for me as it is for you. So we're going to get into it. And I have a guest on the show today who we'll be talking to, who is an expert. And you know what? This woman, first of all, our conversation the other day, the first time I called on the phone, I was like, okay, I was just so excited to get into the conversation. I was like, hi, good afternoon. And then I forgot myself. I was like, oh my God, hi, good afternoon. I was supposed to ask, are you? I was supposed to ask, how are you? But she's so cool. And every conversation we had has been very good. And she's also very punctual. I absolutely love that about you. It's like, I love people who are ready to work with me. If you're wondering who I'm talking about, her name is Cynthia. Cynthia actually holds a BSc in biochemistry from Olabisi Onabanjo University, Ogun State. She is a certified counselor. When I said expert, I actually mean expert. She's a certified counselor from Attitude Development International, Lagos. She's also a sex ed expert with over 5 years experience working with children and parents alike. And she is currently the lead counselor at Eileen Brooks Counseling and the founder of Sex Conscious Parents. It's a page on Instagram. You should definitely go check it out. I feel like parents and children alike should be on that page because there's something to learn. I was there and I'm like, okay. I feel like these are conversations I didn't even think to have with my child. And honestly, it's a lot. But first, before I have Cynthia on the show, I feel like there are some statistics I need to get up to. There's some statistics I need to give to you so that you can understand exactly what we're dealing with here when it comes to child education, sexual violence, and all of that. According to UNICEF, 6 out of every 10 children experience some form of violence. 1 in 4 girls and 10% of boys have been victims of sexual violence. Of the children who reported violence, fewer than 5 out of 100 received any form of support. And Nigeria has the largest number of child brides in Africa, with more than 23 million girls and women who were married as children, most of them from poor and rural communities. So while data actually suggests a decline of 9% in the prevalence of child marriage since 2003, a projected further decrease of 6% by 2030. But with Nigeria's rapid population growth, that means the number of child brides will in fact increase by more than 1 million by 2030 and double by 2050. I don't know if that's scary to you, but it's definitely scary to me. More, it is said that 1 in 3 children is sexually abused by an adult and does not tell anyone. And 4 out of 5 children abused by a pair told no one else at the time. I could go on and on and on and on and on and give you all of these statistics, to be very honest, but let us talk to Cynthia. First off, hi Cynthia. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing? Good evening.
Great, wonderful. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for actually taking the time out to be here today. I don't take you for granted because I know that it was very short notice, but you were ready to do it. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right. First off, you are really beautiful. I have to give that. Your skin doing what it's supposed to do, and your smell. Thank you very much for gracing me with your presence.
Thank you.
All right. So let's get into it. At what age should child sex education start? Let's just jump into it. Let's just jump.
Okay. Child sex education, that is the question on every mother's lip.
Yes.
But for me to start with, when we're looking for job, right?
Yes.
We know the nearest place to go get to check for job openings.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to our children, we restrict ourselves. Even as free as Google, where we can get materials to sex educate our children, people don't even bother to. But they keep asking you at every opening. You keep hearing, when do I start? But we have Google at our fingertip. In as much as Google will not give you everything you need to know, you still need to attend classes, seminars, and all that. But I mean, to start with, Google is your friend. Dear parents, we should try and be using it not just for the recent happenings in the country, but for the benefits of our children. So let's get into it. When should you start sex educating your child?
Yeah.
I will always say this, and I say this to every parent that cares to listen. Sex education begins from cradle.
Cradle.
Hope you're not shocked.
What?
Yes. As soon as your child can talk, as soon as your child can say mama, dada, as soon as your child can talk, you should introduce sex education. Some people will wonder how.
How? Yes.
You know, when you start teaching your child body parts, parents will be excited when they say, oh, come, my child can, if you ask my child to say, show me your eyes, she will show you her eyes. Show me your head. You know, most parents are quick to tell people that, oh, my child can actually point at this.
Yes.
Sexuality education starts from there. When you start teaching your child the body part, what stops you from teaching them their private parts? Most parents are shy and they are scared of teaching their children their body parts. I tell you, when you can teach your child head, shoulders, knees, and toes, teach your child buttocks, vulva, penis, scrotum. We should normalize saying these things. It is heavy. Why? Due to taboo. Most of us, we grew up in homes where these talks are sacred. I understand. But does it mean that because they didn't have this conversation with us, we should go ahead and pass on the same knowledge to our children? No. Now we know better. I urge parents, start from cradle. As soon as your children can talk, from the ages of, I don't know, some talk as early as 11 months,
yes.
12 months, introduce the conversation. And it begins with telling them that, oh, Dara, you are a boy and you are beautiful. You are a girl. Boys have penis. Boys have buttocks. Yemi, you are a girl. Sorry, I'm using your name.
No. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's okay.
Oh, Yemi, Yemi, you're a girl. You know, God made you beautiful. You are a girl. You know, you let them know who they are. Tell them their body parts. Tell them that as they grow up, as they get to mature, you start building on it. That is where sex education starts from. But most parents, when they hear sex education, what comes to their mind is sexual intercourse, which is not. You're not discussing sexual activities with your children. Yeah, and sex education is not an emergency. Right now, this Chrisland saga, if you go everywhere all over the internet, most parents want to know, how can I sex educate my child? It is not an emergency. And I can tell you for free, once this heat dies down, they will slow down. And it shouldn't be so.
It shouldn't be so.
You start with sex education from cradle and you build on it.
Yeah. Okay, so one more thing something else I need to ask is, what are the advantages of sex education for kids?
Okay, when you sex educate your kids, several things happen. One of which, your child will be self-confident. When you sex educate your child, you teach your child self-confidence. It boosts their esteem. For a child to know, have you asked yourself what makes children fall for peer pressure? Most of them don't know who they are.
True.
They go out and they seek for validation from others.
Yes.
Why? Due to low self-esteem. But if you sex educate your child know who they are. You boost their self-esteem. How do you boost their self-esteem via sex education? By affirmation. You are beautiful. Parents don't affirm their children. Most of the girls you see today going to boys for them to buy them one petty thing or the other. It's simple affirmation. They lack love. And most parents don't even know their children's love language. They don't know their love languages.
True.
If you speak in your child's language, you boost their self-esteem.
So,
I can tell you.
Before you go too far, what are love languages?
The 5 love languages we have.
Okay, so is it the one for adults? Is it the one that for adults that applies?
Yes.
Oh,
it's
okay.
Same.
Okay.
It is same. The love languages, words of affirmation, giving gifts, physical
quality
touch,
time.
quality time.
Yes.
Act of service. All this applies to children, but most parents don't know how to. Now, I want to bring the fathers into this. In all this that we're saying, most of the times you see mothers When this topic comes up, we'll see mother. I am who I am today because of the kind of love my father showered on me. You can even ask Ajayi Ahmed. There is nothing a boy can do to me or give to me that will shake me. My father showered me with so much love. Every father out there, date your girl child. Even in the university, there is nothing a boy can give to me. Highest, I'll tell you, is it money you want to give to me? Because that is what they flaunt, and I have excess of it. Is it love you want to give to me? I am full of love. Whatever you want to give to me is extra. Dear fathers, love your girl child. Date them. Be the first love in their life. This is the only reason why most girls go out to seek validation from boys, and they become prey.
You are listening to Elegbete TV Radio.